A driver who created an extraordinary web of lies to avoid a £100 speeding fine has been jailed as a judge compared him to serial fantasist Walter Mitty. Christopher Henry from Weston-on-the-Green, Oxfordshire was caught breaking a 30 miles per hour limit in February 2016 in his ex-wife's Land Rover Freelander, but refused to accept the penalty. Henry, 52, went to extreme lengths to dodge the payment and told outrageous lies which drew police and Interpol in France into a complicated investigation lasting 2 years. When the fine was issued to his wife, the registered owner of the Freelander, Henry intercepted the mail and filled out the paperwork in her name. Henry claimed a French man living at his address was the driver and new owner, Winchester Crown Court heard. Paperwork was sent to the French national Mr. Musée, but the documents were returned claiming a man named George Harris's from the Isle of Lewis in the Outer Hebrides was in fact the driver. Police could find no record of either man and contacted Interpol. Interpol discovered the Frenchman had the same name as a wax museum in Paris, and his listed address was a nearby hotel which had no record of a Mr. Musée staying with them. The postmistress on the Isle of Lewis had no knowledge of a Mr. Harris, a Mr. Musée or Christopher Henry. It was later discovered the name Mr. Musée had also been given to Avon and Somerset police when an Audi TT registered to Henry was caught speeding in August 2016, months after the initial speeding in February that year. Police then swabbed the paper and found fingerprints on the paperwork did not match Henry's ex-wife, but instead matched with him. He denied ever using his ex-wife's car, but police obtained voice recordings of him calling the AA out on 2 separate occasions when he broke down in the Freelander. Henry provided false dates of sale to the DVLA, set up a false email address, and doctored emails from insurers, all in an effort to cover his tracks. A jury took just 40 minutes to convict him in his absence of 3 counts of perverting the course. He denied all charges. Today at Winchester Crown Court, Hants, Henry was jailed for 12 months. At a previous hearing for the original motoring offence in Hurstbourne, Tarrant, Hants, he was fined £1,600, disqualified from driving for 3 months and given 6 points. He had been convicted of failing to provide information for not responding to the ticket. A Hampshire constabulary spokesman said, from claiming a Frenchman with the same name as a famous wax museum in Paris was driving, to doctoring documents, to blaming a second mystery man in the most northern part of the British Isles, Christopher Henry went to extreme lengths to dodge the speeding offence. Despite all his efforts to avoid justice, the dedication and determination of a Hampshire officer has finally seen the 52-year-old behind bars following a 2-year investigation. PC Richard Jewell said, Hampshire Police and our Safer Roads team takes road safety very seriously. It is not right that certain individuals will try and avoid their responsibilities under the Road Traffic Act by lying about who was driving to avoid police or court action. This case shows that such claims are investigated and, where evidence exists, prosecution will follow. In his sentencing, the judge has sent a clear message to those that might consider such deceitful actions. He would have got points and a fine, but now he has a criminal record and time in prison. Is it really worth such a risk?